All right. Hello, guys. Middle of the day. What's up?
It's middle of the day for us. Maybe people in
Yeah,
other
that's
countries
true.
are late at night. Or how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Everybody got to catch up on their DC fandom this weekend. I will
Yeah, we
say
have.
Maddie is super excited because she randomly messaged me going, "Hey, let's do an episode," and I said, "Hell yes!"
Yeah, because I wanted to talk about it somewhere. Because I was watching with friends, luckily that were into it too.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I'd have to be like on my phone secretly. And so I didn't watch all the panels, but I made sure to catch up on all the big trailers and announcements, regardless, throughout the day. There's a couple that I skipped,
Uh
but
huh.
that was only Titans because I just waited till it was done to hear what they said. And I was like,
Well,
if it's
okay,
good
so
news,
we'll
I'll watch it.
we'll talk about Titans because it's interesting where they're gonna go. So much so that oh god, I have to watch Titans season 2. I think
You're
because I'm
gonna
a
watch it?
because I'm gonna complete because I'm a, well we'll talk about what they announced
Okay.
and why I
All
think
right. Yeah.
uh, so hopefully everybody's caught up with it. If you haven't, that's exactly what we're gonna be talking about. So just let us know in the comment or in the chat if you've watched it all, what you're excited about. So what's Maddie is leading this baby. So what's the first thing you
Yeah.
want to
Well,
talk
I
about?
figure let's just go through. I think definitely, obviously, we got the full trailer for Wonder Woman 84 with
Okay,
Cheetah.
so let's talk
Um,
about that.
yeah,
Wonder
let's jump
Woman
in.
84.
And
Why don't you
that's
tell me
still
your
coming out only in theaters this year, too. So
what is the date we were giving for this now?
it says October 2nd.
So October 2nd is the date we are given. So open in
Yeah.
theaters.
I
Um,
hope that they change their mind and still allow a video on demand, but I understand if they don't. That means I'll have to wait because I don't think I'll go see it in theaters. As much as she's my girl, I'm not going to go to a theater this year. So,
I think that's understandable.
mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's something they have to they probably understand too is how much money are we willing to lose if
Yeah.
we don't if we wait it out. I assume every studio is going through this, right? Like
Oh, for
Marvel,
sure.
Marvel, and every studio is dealing with the when do we release it to get our most money. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
What did you what so let's talk about the trailer and then talk about the release and then we'll get everybody in the chat to talk about what they thought of it.
Yeah, so they expanded a little bit because before in the previous trailer we didn't see much, right? At least not like this. The biggest thing with this was Cheetah's full reveal, and also Maxwell Lord too,
Yeah, we got to see more of Maxwell
which
Lord.
I didn't realize that. I guess maybe I missed it, but I didn't realize Maxwell Lord's going to be in the movie, and that makes it a lot more exciting. Because
Oh,
I'm not a big Cheetah fan, honestly,
I
but
don't.
I'm hoping I'm going to be really surprised because I
Mhm.
like Kristen Wiig. I think she's a lot of people were really worried because they see her comedic work, but she's a good serious actor too. I think it could be really good. And I was worried at first during the trailer because you don't see her in full cheetah form. You see her in other stuff doing all the moves. I was like, oh no, what's good? And then finally you see the tail. And you're like, okay, good.
Well, yeah, you see her in like a cheetah print outfit at first, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, is this what we're doing with cheetah? I guess it could work." But then we see this,
yeah,
and and this is a bad picture, but it's the only screen grab I could get before we get
yeah.
taken off of YouTube. But I know that we still have a lot of CG and post production to do with it, but I don't know how I feel about this particular look. I mean, yes, I should be
Yeah.
happy with it, right? Because it's very comic booky. She looks like the comic book, but I don't know how I feel about this face.
And I can
Maybe
see
that's
them
my
fixing
problem
it
with it.
up between because you see a lot of post work because we don't get just like a full on look, right? Like not
No,
really
we don't.
close.
She's always constantly moving.
And I think that's on purpose
Hmm.
because they probably they wanted to put out something and they probably still have some extra work to do to clean that up to make it look better. Or at least that's what I'm hoping.
Right?
Real quick, we have a super chat from Super Comic Fanboy 616. Sorry I
Hey,
can't stick
thank you.
around. I have an online psychiatric appointment. Hella hype for the milestone relaunch. Yeah,
One thing I'm excited about too,
thank
so we'll talk
you.
about that. Um,
Yeah, Nocturne also mentioned he's not a fan of the CGI cheetah.
yeah, I'm not digging it.
And Leo
But
said super hard work. So you're right.
oh, I agree. It's especially when you're dealing with that much, all these hair things. But then there was something else that I didn't like, and that is this scene right here, which I can't play, but it is this shot right here.
Yeah.
And it's a This is the beautiful armor, right? This is the
Oh,
Kingdom
for
Come
sure.
armor. This is the Our Worlds at War armor. This is the armor that Phil Jimenez used in his run. But when she's taking the wings off, Oh man, it looks so bad.
Hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, well, what's wrong with using practical effects? Like something that looks like metal. Like you could have literally just taken it off without using CG. I think we relied too much on it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That was my only complaints. Everything else looks good. I'm sure everybody's probably wondering how,
Steve
what,
Trevor's there.
right? And but if okay, how about I'll say this?
But Maxwell Lord's there, so
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna say if Maxwell Lord is there, then most people that have read the comic books already know. Oh, then this is where it's gonna go. And I don't want
yeah,
to spoil it for anybody that doesn't know who Maxwell Lord is, so I'll just leave it at that. But I don't think they're gonna go that. I mean, there's no way they're gonna go that route. There's enough people that have read the comic books that would be so disappointed if they go that route. Honestly, when I first saw
yeah.
the trailer, I really thought they were gonna do a, oh yeah, this is a new universe. So kind of like do what the DC comics do.
Well, and originally they were kind of hinting at that
That's what I
also,
thought, right?
because they were like, well, it's like we Steve Trevor, he's not there in Justice League, and she's still mourning him, so there's got to be something, right? I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm keeping my expectations very low because I
Hmm.
love the first movie so much that
Yeah.
I do not want to get my hopes up at all with this because I have to expect that I'm not going to have the same reaction and experience.
Is this the same director? Is it Patty Jenkins?
Yeah.
Is she still doing it? Okay. This is from Jessica. Jessica saying this is the part I hate. That's me saying that, by the way. I literally stood up and
Jessica.
cheered the first time I saw that move. That's awesome. I'm glad. I freaked out when I saw the costume. When I saw the Kingdom
That
Come
was
outfit
beautiful.
the first time. I think it was in a poster. And then when you see it in the live action thing, the only thing I just didn't like was the getting rid of the wings. I thought that it just looked like bad CG. But everything else I'm happy with, and we'll see where it goes. It is, you hold that movie, that and Guardians of the Galaxy as the reason why you read comic books.
Yeah, that's
So
the whole
to
reason I'm
you,
here.
those two movies are up here, right? So it is going to be hard to top that.
Yeah, and because that's what I go into a hyperfixation with things I like, as
Nothing wrong
probably a
with that.
lot of us do. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm just keeping those expectations in check for this, especially. The rest, I'm like, I can be as hype as I want, but like, this is different.
Hmm.
I've got to keep it away from me a little bit, so when I watch it, I can be hopefully pleasantly surprised.
And it's difficult to go into trailers these days because everybody complains that they give away too much.
Hmm.
We
And I
probably,
don't think they gave away too much at all with this, which I'm very
I
appreciative of.
well, I think maybe they should have kept the reveal of Cheetah because I think the perfect way to do these trailers are the MCU way when they did the Avengers Endgame trailer, where
Hmm.
they specifically went out of their way to only use the first 30 minutes of the movie and then a couple of little shots from later on. But we really didn't know anything. I think there's enough hype behind these type of movies to kind of do that. Because I think too much is revealed. I mean, I think of the Man of Steel. Man of Steel is probably the worst. Like, I think somebody put together all the trailers of Man of Steel and they made like a 38-minute movie, and that's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
you got just about everything. So excited for this one. I am.
Yeah. I'm
I
excited
am.
for everything, really. But
Okay.
um,
But
so
we'll talk about what we're
we
most
should talk.
excited
I guess we
about
should
and
talk
what we're
movies
least
first.
excited about. Okay, let's do that.
Um, so hopefully you caught when The Rock was talking about Black Adam, and honestly, that's not what I was expecting at all. For one, because he brings up they didn't have a trailer or anything, but they do kind of like an action comic thing to talk about what's going to happen in the movie, and
We
he's
get
bringing
some
the
um,
JSA.
which holy crap, you
I
know me and
know.
the
I
JSA.
know. I know.
That's me.
I had no idea, and so he started talking about it, and I'm a huge fan. So
Mhm.
and my friends watched some stuff too, but I was like, what? Like you're gonna get Atom Smasher and Hawkman like on the screen in real life? Which my first thought was like, what's his background? Yeah, I won't pretend to be at work. I am technically at work. This is my lunch break.
Hey, everybody's secret is safe with us. We are all at work, technically lunch
Yeah.
breaks. Um, so okay, so Patty's apparently signed on to do one more, and it will
Let's
be
hope
her
she
last in
does.
the saga. That'd be cool to finish out a
Can they just
trilogy.
do? Can they do like? I want Rucka's like Medusa thing for it to be the third movie. I want her to be like blind for half
The
of
thing
it.
about Wonder Woman is they can
Uh,
get so many of her stories and make it awesome. I don't know what they're going
oh,
for
yes.
this one, but
Timmy, Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
movie.
yeah. Right.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that leads into the JSA, and then what's in the helmet, and then uh, could Superman possibly appear in this movie because it's magic versus Superman? Like, oh, there's so many things that they could do with this,
It's
and
a
this is
good
the one I'm
setup.
super hyped about.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea to go ahead and bring this in, and I'm glad that they're doing this first versus Shazam 2 because I think this is going to be really interesting, and I like that we're going to get this villain, quote unquote, or anti-hero, and kind of explore his version of justice in the movie. Because finally, you have a character that makes sense to do that with. DC tries to push that narrative on like some of our favorite superheroes where it doesn't make sense for them really, but they do it to be edgy. But Black Adam, you can really have a good discussion with about that, especially with the rest of these heroes. I think DC's finally making a positive move with the EU as far as like really bringing in these extra characters from the DC universe here. Because Marvel's been doing that. They've been doing that. DC
Yeah,
needs to start, and so by starting to bring these JSA, you're showing a faith in the audience too to be like, hey, regular audiences aren't going to know the rest of the JSA, and we don't need you to. We're going to go ahead and introduce them. Like,
but I mean,
good.
but if they borrow things from Marvel, then they've learned that hey, rest of the world doesn't know who these Guardians of the Galaxy are. You get somebody that is creative enough and a good talent behind those characters and make you care about those characters.
Yeah, that's all you
People
need.
will follow. People will be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, whatever. I don't know who these old guys are in the Justice Society, but it was a good story, so I'm following that.
Yeah, so I'm pumped. Looks good, and he looks
Yeah.
like he cares about it. It's coming,
I think everybody casted him. I'm sure he himself casted himself in that before we even had a I'm sorry, Shazam movie. I'm not sorry. It is a Captain Marvel movie. Everybody was like, we want The Rock as Black Adam.
Well, and he's been
Rock has
working
to be
on this
Black Adam.
forever. I mean, he's been
Mhm.
the producer. Like he's a fan. He knows this character. Like it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. So
Um,
very excited for this one, even though we got probably the least amount of things that we know about this or shown about this.
so Suicide Squad.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Oh man, ooh, you got some thoughts.
I do. First of all, it's James Gunn. Happy to see him back
Me too.
behind the director's chair, and I feel so bad for him. Apparently, not only did he lose his pup, his dog, during the making of this, but he also lost his dad. So I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of heart going in there into this movie. Holy crap, though! What about that cast? Like, who's everybody's already playing like bingo. Who's not gonna make it? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody who's anybody or anybody who's out there that has saw
Yeah.
the little trailer immediately. Okay, I'll be honest. Let me see if I can pull it up. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my god, he's a fan of Ostrander. And then when I saw him talking during the DC panel, he was like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Ostrander's run, and he's got so many characters, and they're not all going to make it. It's going to be so fun to see who gets killed off in the first 5 minutes as soon as they appear.
Mm-hmm.
My money's on Peacemaker. Everybody's thinking like John Cena is going to make it all the way through. And I'm like, he just looks so hokey. And in the comic books, he is a little bit of a badass, but I can see James Gunn just killing him off so quick. So, where is Will Smith? Good question.
He's
Will
not
Smith
in it.
is not in this movie. I don't know why. I know Polka Dot. Yeah, I would honestly. It would
It'd be
surprise. It would
hilarious
surprise
if he
me if he did. Which is the
Yeah.
James Gunn thing to do, right? Which is the same. Like it would be the same thing, like as Weasel making it, and Weasel's played by his brother, if I'm not mistaken. Now we
And
don't
then
know who Taika Waititi's playing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Shark. It's going to be the voice of.
no, they already have the voice for King Shark listed.
Then who's Taika playing there? A secret
No one
character?
knows. No one knows because he's just listed as part of the cast, not as anything. All the characters you see in that trailer have like a bill, like a casting bill. You know who plays them.
And Kim Yell, thank you, said he. Thank you. You are correct. It was not just Ostrander. By the way, when Gail Simone saw that trailer, she was like, it makes me want to go back and write Secret Six. And everybody was like, you should. Sea King better kill John Cena. There was something else. Yes, Savant is in the Birds of Prey, like in that sequel, in that Suicide Squad.
Uh, Roberto said Taika as Starro. Would that not be great? I want Starro in a movie.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know anything about the plot. We've seen the
Yeah.
trailer. We've seen the characters, and
Oh, yeah,
I'm
and
excited.
TDK
said
is
the same
Nathan
thing.
Fillion, which is great.
What is TDK? It's this kid, something kid. This. Oh my gosh, what is his name? The guy that can get rid of his body parts. Anyway,
and King Shark looks great. My friend was not happy about how King Shark looked.
What?
Well, because he really liked how King Shark looked in the CW show, because King Shark has already shown up in, like, CW.
Oh, in the Flash, right?
But honestly, I like this look. It reminds me of the comic book. It looks kind of dorky, and I think it's cute.
Oh, yeah. I can see people were probably upset the first time they heard Korg's voice in the Thor movie, because they were expecting the Warbound Hulk.
I wish we had Kite Man.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some Easter eggs. Nathan Fillion with a mustache looked weird. Maybe they'll kill Deadshot off screen. I don't know.
Well, luckily, if you don't have everybody you want in here, look, there's a Rocksteady Suicide Squad game that looks great.
Yeah, so what did you think about that?
I think it looks really good. Like, I mean, it just looks like a fun, kind of like action platformer, slightly open world sort of deal. The characters look really good. I like the twist of like Brainiac Superman showing up at the end. It looks just the right amount of like funny. I was watching this. I was like, wait a second. Can Captain Boomerang move with his boomerang? That's new, right? That's not something that's happened before. It's like he throws it, has this kinetic energy that pulls him to his boomerang, which is really neat.
I mean,
I've
he
never
is
seen that.
tied into the Speed Force a little bit. Like, he has his own little thing. Like, when Jeff Johns was writing it, he kind of hinted at things like that happening. But let me see. Was that all the films? I thought there was another one. No, Batman. Come on.
Yeah, we talked about
Batman. Oh yeah, that little thing.
That was good.
What do you think about that? I mean, it was quick, short. Rob Patterson, right? Patterson.
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
I thought it looked good.
This
Look
is
at King Shark.
There's Deadshot. This is from the video game.
Yeah.
And then of course Harley Quinn. Is Tara Strong voicing Harley Quinn? Because
that's what it sounded like. Let me look, because it sounded like her. And I hope that it is. I mean, I like that Haley Cuoco did great in the Harley Quinn animated show, but it is nice for us to go back to.
She's the one from Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. So that's from the game. Batterson, nice. Disappointed in the Batman game. We'll talk about that here in a second, but let's talk about this Batman movie. What did everybody else think of the way he looked as Batman? We just saw just a little bit, right? We got to see Commissioner Gordon. We got a hint that it could be the Riddler.
Which should be really nice. I'm tired of the Joker. Can we just give me somebody else, please?
Even though we got a little hint of maybe the Joker gang.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm over it.
I think we needed that break from the Jim Carrey version of the Riddler to see what they can give us now.
Real quick, it is Tara Strong who voices Harley Quinn.
Oh, it is? Okay.
And Samoa Joe who voices King Shark.
Okay, got it. So yeah, what does everybody think of the way that that little clip that we saw of Batman?
I love the way he fought, and Commissioner Gordon was perfect. I'm surprised by how the Penguin looks. I was too.
It didn't look like Colin Farrell at all. Right? Is that who's playing him?
Yes, Colin Farrell. Isn't that wild?
What did you think of Catwoman? Thank you, Shonda Suk, my dude.
Shonda Suk said, Matt Reeves said so much and so little about the Batman movie. He mastered PR speak.
So we got to see the costume. We got to see the costume in action, not just the costume.
Jessica said, I love that so many frames in the trailer were lifted straight from the comics and only a fourth film, so more to come. Yeah, I'm really happy with how everything looks so far. I think it looks really natural.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a good Batman, but I already thought that he would. And he's a very talented actor. Like, really talented.
He's good. I'll be honest, I have never seen Twilight. I've only seen him in... Well, I did see him in a couple of... he's in Harry Potter, and then he was in a couple of romantic comedies. But
you need to watch, The Lighthouse.
Yeah, I was Lighthouse. I saw Lighthouse, but I'm also not the biggest fan of that guy's movies. The guy that did what is it, Lobster and all
Oh
that. Like
yeah, that's fair.
they're okay, but yeah, he was good in that. They said Batman movie was only 25% done. Well, if that's all they got out of 25%, I think,
That's a pretty
most people are
good
probably,
direction.
yeah. I mean, they
Hardcover
wanted.
Comics asked, "Are we going to get another murderous Batman?" I hope not. I hope that they take a more genuine approach to this, where it's more of the more strategic and intelligent,
Mhm.
Batman. That's more about putting the fear and like really doing his detective work. That's what I.
Well,
That's what I think was what we deserve.
didn't he make a comment about um not working out?
Well, he was joking
Okay, I just
because
remember
he
people
he
being upset
obviously
about that.
did.
He obviously did, the way he's
Yeah,
beating that dude up, man.
yeah, he did. That was just a joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I think he looks good. The bat suit looks good. The makeup under it looked good. It looked natural. It didn't look like hokey because sometimes they do. It looks like it didn't. It makes sense. And yeah, Catwoman. I mean, I love that actress, so she's gonna be
it's
great.
a what's her name, right? Zoe, is it Zoe? Oh gosh, what is her name?
I know. I can't
Kravitz.
remember
Is it
last name.
Kravitz?
Kravitz. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Zoe Kravitz,
Zoe
right?
Kravitz.
Maybe.
Paul Baker said, "I want them to give this morose, grimdark Batman and like this gritty urban noir setting the wittiest, sassiest Kid Robin ever. Just imagine if we could have
Maybe,
five from Umbrella Academy, who'd be
maybe,
set."
maybe not in this movie because I think this is still an early Batman, right? Like he is still People are saying year two Batman, but
That's what it looked like to me.
I think it's definitely an early Batman. It's before he's become all moody, before his run in with the Joker, if you will.
Yeah.
And the other big movie that I guess let's talk about is Snyder's cut of Justice League. Now there are a lot of people, including you, I believe, that were not happy with Justice League. Like you didn't like Justice League, and I think
No,
a lot of people.
I thought it was bad.
It was a bad movie. Okay. I didn't think it was as bad as other people did, but hey, that's just my opinion.
I just
What?
thought there was a lot of places for easy fixes to build the teamwork and make that makes
Mhm.
like progressive sense. But
Let's talk
yeah,
about this trailer and what you think, and then our thoughts, and let's see what everybody else thinks, because I think it's one of these things that people are like, why are they doing this? Because I have never. This is unheard of. I've never heard of a studio putting money into a
mhm.
movie that came out 3 years ago. I mean, not even Dune got this until much later, and they didn't film additional scenes, and they sure as hell didn't have 30 million. Well, it's 30 million, right? It's ridiculous. Like that's a lot of money. That's a lot of indie films you could be making. But let's talk about this movie. Let's talk about the little trailer, 2.5 minute trailer of
Yeah.
Justice League Snyder cut.
I was pleasantly surprised because honestly, I never wanted this or asked for this to be released. Like people were like, we gotta have this, and I was like, there's no way it's gonna be any better. I don't know why we're asking for this, and so
Hmm.
I've never understood. However,
Okay.
I was really pleased with the trailer. Again, I'm gonna keep my expectations low,
Hmm.
but it already had a much different feel and look that I'm looking forward to it. Like if they could add more character development, because we even get to see Vic actually play football, which is good. Can we have some more any development for Vic? That'd be great. Um, I'm looking forward to it, and already we see characters in there that we didn't see in the movie. Um,
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
hopeful.
reunion between like Lois Lane and Martha, and they're
Mm-hmm.
both in the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's all these little different things that I was wondering why they took. Like, so here's the question that I
And
really.
plus, Joss Whedon, with all of his allegations of his like how awful he was on set, and now I'm almost like, well, it's a big like kick in the face for him, so I'm kind of okay with that too.
Uh,
Give me another cut.
what are they doing any reshoots? That's the one thing I
I don't
don't know.
know.
Like, are they doing any
I feel like you would have to do at least a
Cap
little bit.
Henry Cavill without a mustache reshoots?
I don't
Right?
know.
Jessica saying there
There,
were so
there
many more
were. You're
women in the
right.
trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought it was interesting that it's the same. It looked like the same shot, but it had Martha and Lois in the field with Superman after he comes back.
Which would
Uh,
be good to have, because I felt like they didn't humanize him in this. He made a I'm a big bad alien. Like, that's
wait,
not how he works.
I forgot Iris is in there too because he saves her. Flash,
Yeah.
and then Lois, Mira.
Um,
So Dharma
Dharma
was
says
saying
no reshoots.
no
Yeah.
reshoots. Okay, well then, holy crap. Okay, and then Wolrang is saying there were some reshoots.
Oh, well.
I really that's something I've always wondered with this Snyder cut. As much as they're paying for it, then how can there's gonna have to be some reshoots, especially
Honestly,
if it's him with the black armor, the black Superman armor coming back from the dead, which I'm excited for, and I think they totally should have kept the beard on the guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but I hope that I'm glad they're putting the effort into it, and I hope that it is what people want it to be, because I really don't feel like that original movie delivered the real Justice League spirit at all. I think a lot of people agree. And DC is starting to make some really good changes with their movies, and we can finally start moving in the right direction with these. And so that's my hope. But yeah, it's going to come out in 4 parts, 4 1-hour parts.
crazy.
But whatever, I'll watch it.
That's just, it's interesting. So let's talk about number one, the changes to this character. The armor has been changed, and I guess everything else about him visually has been changed. And the one thing that everybody wanted to see, but I don't know how everybody feels.
Mm-hmm.
How I don't I'm I don't know how I feel about this. The whole symbol on him that's just branded on him. I don't know. It's not my idea of Darkseid, but I mean, maybe in his type of movie it could work. And we also don't know the role that dude is playing either.
Well, and they've got limited stuff to work with too. They can't just rework the entire movie either.
They got $30 million.
I know,
Maddie.
but like, yeah, but I mean, like,
they can cut out what's his face and put him in there, and then ad lib everybody going Darkseid is here. I don't know, dude. And honestly, what's his name? This dude right here looks like one of the Black Order. I cannot remember his name. With the hood on. Thanks, Melanie. You gonna back him down here while I'm doing this? Really?
Yeah.
No way. But what did you think about this? What did you think about it? Doesn't bother you?
No.
I know it bothers some people.
Ebony
Maw, thank you.
Yeah,
that's who it was. That's who I thought the sad was. Like, yeah. So now I know why there's a Flashpoint movie, to retcon all the old DC movies and pretend the Snyder Cut is an actual continuity. Maybe, but let's talk about that. That's another thing we have not talked about, is there's a Flash movie. We didn't get to see much of anything besides, what did we see? We saw the one promotional picture, which is the Michael Keaton Batman behind, here we go, behind Flash. Flash with a new outfit. Apparently it's not just Michael Keaton Batman, but it's also going to be Ben Affleck Batman. There's so much with this movie going.
And CW Flash is supposed to be in it too.
Is it even still a Flash movie though? Like when you have all these things that are just overshadowing your character and your lead. Like, really,
surprised it was still gonna happen after, like, I don't know if you've seen everything about Ezra coming out.
Yeah, it's been a thing. Somebody always brings it up in our live Wednesday shows.
I was like, are they gonna keep him at all, or what's gonna happen? But I'm not excited yet. I wasn't a big fan of his Flash.
Corvus Glaive, that's who it was. Thank you. I thought it was Ebony Maw. It's weird, right? I agree,
yeah. Flashpoint feels like a Flash story for non-Flash fans. It's like a movie for everyone.
Yeah, it's odd because now they're literally banking on Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck. Ezra Miller's like an afterthought. Flash is an afterthought. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where that goes, if it even happens. Right? With DC, I've come to learn that I'm not even promotional pictures don't do anything for me. I mean, we have promotional pics of Man of Steel 2, or that Batman movie that was supposed to come out years ago.
Gabriel says Michael Keaton returning is more than enough to excite me. Yeah, and everyone here knows that I'm a big fan of that era of Batman movies, like more so than any other Batman movies. I don't care. That's what I like. So
that is your choice. That's your choice.
My choice.
Well, let's clarify though. I think most people are with you with the Keaton Batmans, but you also highly enjoy the Val Kilmer and the George Clooney Batman
I like
movie.
all of them. I don't care.
So,
but they're cheesy. That's fine.
I wonder if they'll. I don't know about Kilmer, but I wonder if they'll ask Clooney. And I don't even know if Clooney would be like, I played Batman? I did? When was that?
Oh, it'd be nice to have him, though.
All four of them? Oh, man, can you imagine? Like, that's what I wanted out of a Spider-Man movie. I always wanted, like, Thanos to punch Spider-Man and him get knocked down into 3 different actors. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
I love shit like that. I think it's great. It's just comic book fun. You know? Like, I like it.
And of course, that would be the big thing. The big thing at the end would be the Christian Bale Batman into the Batverse. Man, that could be its own movie. And then everybody's like, "Did you all see that Batman movie? Oh, you mean Flashpoint? Yeah, the Batman movie. That's exactly how everybody's gonna call it."
So,
I think that's it for movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Video games.
Yeah, so we looked at really quickly the Suicide Squad
made by Rocksteady.
But there's a new Batman game coming out as well.
Gotham Knights.
Okay, now Gotham Knights is made
with the Arkham engine. So it's from people who made the Batman Arkham games.
But it's not in that world, right? It's not in that continuity because
I don't know.
Well, there's a big spoiler.
Oh yeah. It takes place in a separate timeline.
Okay, because
in the
what's her
beginning
name
of the game
is not in a wheelchair.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, or like the trailer, it shows that like Batman is missing. He's left like a message, or dead, or whatever. You know how Batman is, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Cryptic. Man, that's a bad picture. I'll try to find a better one.
So instead, he has asked for his Bat family to take over Gotham for now. So we got Red Hood, we've got Burnside, Batgirl, which is my favorite outfit, so I'm excited. We've got Nightwing, and we've got, is that Tim or Damian?
Well, he's fighting with the both staff, right? So I assume it's Tim.
Good.
But
that's what I was thinking.
Could be
all my friends were like, isn't it Damian? I was like, no.
It could be a mix of both.
Ooh, and Court of Owls. We had the Court of Owls in here. I was stoked. I was so excited. Because I was like, wait a second, is that Talon? Oh shit. It's like, you guys. And they're like, we didn't read that. And I'm like, no,
we don't know what comic books are.
Just you wait. This is real cool.
They've always been there. Man. We just never bother noticing.
Okay, so it's Tim. Thanks, guys.
Okay, that's what I thought it was, just based on what he was fighting. So one thing I noticed that I did not like was I assume she's wearing a wig, right? This is Barbara Gordon with a wig on. Just it looks like a wig. So when she was moving, it just looked so weird. And I don't know how I feel about Red Hood's outfit or Tim Drake's outfit. I don't know.
Well, this is very much Arkham style too.
I don't know. That Red Hood from Arkham was awesome. I love that outfit. I didn't even Arkham Knight, right? From Arkham Knight. Like that outfit was so awesome.
So yeah, Ryan Blue Thunder is saying, I wonder if Damian, spoiler, and Cassandra Cain will be later.
Oh yeah, it's money.
I would not be surprised. And honestly, I'm fine with that.
Both staffs like same staff. Omar. Oh, good point.
Well, you know.
Staff isn't my first language. Batman is Talon. You mean Bruce Wayne? Spoilers. It's a lie. It looks really cool. I know some people aren't happy with the designs. I know some people were expecting another Arkham game, but it looks. I don't know. It looks pretty. It looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, Paul Baker says he's disappointed that they're not using the other Batgirls, but I think for a sales point, it makes sense for them to choose Barbara.
Well, the interesting thing I thought about that was because this is what I didn't want to spoil, but she's already shown up as Oracle in the Arkham games, so it would have been cool to have Cassie in there, my Batgirl, the one that I like, or Stephanie, right? One of the other Batgirls.
Hopefully, you know, like somebody else said that if we do a DLC, that would be really nice.
Wow, I heard if you pre-order, you get a Harley, and so Hayden said that as well.
Oh well, I'll pre-order it then. I
So
mean,
and
they're
it's
gonna put Harley in everything. So.
multiplayer as well, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, so I think there's multiplayer as well. So there's people like hardcover comics. The costumes look horrendous. I'm not a fan of Red Hood or Robin's Nightwing. He looks all right, and Batgirl looks like Burnside
Yeah.
Batgirl, so
Like
she's okay.
I would like the character design to be a little bit different, personally, but I'm still gonna play it. Batman looked nice as hell though. That first day I was like, wow, Bruce is handsome. What is this?
Why is that a shock?
Baby blues. I don't know.
Why is that a shock to you?
Was.
This is Bruce Wayne.
He looked really handsome.
What other video game was announced? Was there another game that was announced, or was this the big two?
Wasn't there?
And at this moment, I just want to remind everybody to hit that like button. Give us a Huntress or Catwoman. I'm sure those are coming. Gonna play as Dick Babs all the time.
Saying it like that feels weird, Christopher.
Whenever you have a character named that, you have to say it like
So
that.
typical.
Maddie is crushing on a Playboy billionaire.
We all know I'm a Roy Harper fan. That guy has no money.
She likes them homeless. That's how she likes them.
With an addiction problem. No, not really, guys. Please don't send anything.
Keep Batman dead and do Battle for the Cow. Look at Rebel. Yes, I love that storyline. I know Tony S. Daniel gets a lot of hate for that storyline, but I thought it was a pretty cool story.
Yeah, I don't remember anything else, but yeah, there was some TV show news. Not much to hear really. Like the Flash TV show had a panel, but they're in the middle of a season, so they would just be finishing the season, and the season hasn't been that good, in my opinion. I'll still watch the rest. Titans did a panel, but
so let's talk about the Titans panel, because you're not. Wait, okay. So first of all, how far did you get into Titans?
I finished season 1.
So you didn't even bother with season 2?
No, and I considered it because of Donna, but then I had a lot of friends that were like, "You love Donna, so don't watch it." But I still wanted to see, or at least read the news about the panel to see who would show up in 3.
Okay, so what did you learn?
Roy Harper's name has been mentioned. We've seen him text. I thought maybe he would be announced for this season. He's not. But we're getting Red Hood. Yeah, but I think it's too early.
Is it though?
Yeah, he's too. Look, he's
and
still
who's
too young.
Who's going to be Red Hood?
Jason.
Jason. Okay, so it is Jason Todd.
Yeah.
That is in the Wait, no, he wasn't in the Titans. He was. Yeah. He just guest appeared and. Yeah. Did he join?
I don't know. He's been there. So.
Dude, I stopped watching after episode. Like, I think I couldn't do it. I couldn't go more than 5, and you and Amanda, I think, finished it out, and I was like, God bless you all.
I think they should. I have a lot of problems with it. I feel like Stargirl did a good job showing what a mature, show could be with teenage superheroes and do it well. Titans
is that still her? Is that still her outfit? Is this all their outfits?
I thought they had a new one.
Oh my goodness. Hawk and Dove look pretty cool.
Well, honestly, Hawk and Dove had some good episodes. Paul Baker says that Jason's been a regular on the show.
Okay, and then you've got Doom Patrol Cyborg. He shows up as well.
I don't think he stays.
Okay.
He's on Doom Patrol.
That's what I thought.
But yeah, so we're getting Red Hood. We're getting Barbara Gordon, but apparently she's commissioner.
Makes sense. That's what was he in the Batman Beyond, right?
And we're getting Scarecrow. I do agree, Christoph. I think I like the actress who plays Donna. I think they did Donna well. I think her outfit's good. Mm-hmm. However, I just hate the rest of the show. And if they put
Michael, if you don't press that like button, an angel loses their wings. Thank you, Michael. That's
whenever they decide to add Roy, I will begrudgingly watch it. But I heard that Donna hooks up with Garth, and I was like,
it's a different thing. It's its own thing. I can't. Oh God, yeah.
I think they tried something and I appreciate it, but I feel like with Stargirl they perfected it, because they just went edge, which that's not what Titans is. Titans is about family. At its core, that's what it is, and they missed it. So no, thank you.
I think Titans got a lot of crap for that first trailer. I think most people were like, nope, not for me. As soon as he said, fuck Batman, right? As soon as Robin said that, most people that are following the comic books, because I mean that's who you're. This went on the DC app as one of the pilot shows, and that's who your target audience is the people that follow the comic books or watch the animated shows. In the first line, you're gonna like a Robin's gonna say "fuck." Yeah. Okay, that
And
might
I was
work
really
for
trying.
some people.
Because people were talking shit even before it came out, and I was like,
Yeah.
guys, just wait. It'll be, let's try. It's like, no, it's not Titans. It's not Titans. That's not what it is. It's made me so mad. And, they
Well, this makes me feel better about my decision. Trust me, the trailer didn't do the show any favors,
Yeah.
but rest assured the show is even worse. That's so sad. But, I mean, it can't be that bad. It's on season 3, right? There are great shows that have been canceled halfway through season 1. How's this? Who's funding
at
this?
least Swamp Thing's going to CW. They're going to re-show it. So
there's a chance to make it
I think there's
come
a
back?
chance. Mm-hmm.
That's another thing, too, is that DC really needs to get their shit together when it comes to these TV shows, because you can't have some on the CW. You can't have.
Well,
that's the big
moving.
problem.
Anyways,
It's moving from the app, but you should have it go into one place,
yeah.
right? Because this whole HBO Max, that's part of the whole reason this whole layoff thing started.
Yeah.
Like, if they want people to go and watch something digitally, then say, hey, this is off. Don't tell them to go and watch CW and then maybe come back to HBO Max. Anyway, that's just my thought.
But since I guess the app will be dying or whatever, Stargirl is going completely to CW, but they have reassured that the same amount of budget and production costs will go into it. So
what about
at least that's not going to change.
What about the maturity of like Swamp Thing? Because I liked season 1, and
I don't know. I think there's a lot of. I think they can still do a lot in the CW with it.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that's worried about it. How does a PG Swamp Thing on CW work? That's what I would be worried about.
CW still has mature content. It's just some of it is. It won't be to that level.
But yeah, I was gonna say they can't do some of the things that.
Oh, Jessica says. I trust Jessica. Titans is huge internationally.
There it is.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. That's why we kept making Transformers movies. International people love those Bayformer movies. And that's why we have more than one season of Titans. Got it. Don't forget, this is Warner Brothers, who also keep trying to make Riverdale happen. Thanks, Hayden.
Well, yeah.
So I think most of that is what was covered. Now, the one thing I'm really disappointed in, and then we can talk about what we're most excited about, is the lack of comic books. Like, there were zero talks of anything comic book related, and for a company that just laid off 800 people, I know it's hard, but I think some glimmer of hope would have been nice from Jim Lee. Was there. Jim Lee could have been like, look, for anybody that's worried about comic books, we are still going to put out the best comic books. Or there was nothing.
I feel like they should have added something in.
Absolutely.
I feel like they kind of owed it to everybody, especially because they kept speaking of like hope, because they did a whole thing about.
So that's happening in part. So there's a follow up to this.
Bring a part 2 of Fandom.
Okay, so yeah, apparently we're
not
in the know. We didn't know. They announced. Okay, let's talk about this milestone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So they did talk about milestone and then Static Shock. And
I hope that they keep this up. There's one thing, and I see a lot of people talking about on Twitter, this is very exciting. I'm really worried that they're doing that because of the current climate and that they have no intention to really keep it up. I will be more impressed with this if they can keep giving it this love and effort over the next year. Who's
leading the milestone line? I know. Okay, so for those that don't know what it is, it's milestone line was it's almost like the brainchild of Dwayne McDuffie, who had passed away my goodness, it's been a long time now. He's the one that created Static Shock. He's the one that wrote one of my favorite runs of Justice League and Fantastic Four, and wrote just about every episode of Justice League Unlimited. And he made this milestone universe. Him, Dennis Cohen, a bunch of African-American creators put this universe together back in the early 90s. They were crossed over with the DC universe. And actually, when he came back to DC and wrote Justice League, there was a huge crossover with the milestone universe. So it's going to be interesting who heads it. And then I know Reggie Hudlin is doing the Static Shock movie. And Reggie Hudlin, of course, he had he had the he had a run on Black Panther. He's had a bunch of comic runs, and of course he was also the president of BET here in America. But and he also did the House Party movies, but I don't. To my generation, hell yes, but everybody's like, House Party, those movies that came out like 30 years ago with Kid and Play? You're damn right, those movies. So yeah, Static. Do you know anything about Static Shock? I know other than the fact that you probably know. Okay.
Well, I mean, I grew up with that, so like.
Oh, I forgot he had a TV show. You're right.
Yeah,
I forgot he had a TV show.
My generation loves Static Shock. So the fact that there's not any Static Shock comics right now is ridiculous. So I'm glad it's happening, and I hope that it continues.
Okay, I forgot about the Static Shock cartoon.
Oh,
thank you.
Superhero.
Well, and then
Static Shock.
And then he was in that Justice League Unlimited episode. With the
that's true.
Future Justice League. I forgot about that. So Jessica,
he did show up in Young Justice too.
So it's Dennis Cohen, who's a phenomenal artist, and he was one of the original people. Well, actually, all these were Derek T. Dingle and Michael Davis are all returning. That is awesome. Good to hear. Yeah. How could you forget that TV show? I was older.
You kind of, yeah.
I kind of am just a little bit older, and I honestly forgot about that show. That was probably 2003, 2004 era.
That's some Saturday morning cartoons for like my age.
Yeah, Maddie's just a little younger than me, like a couple years younger.
Just a couple.
Fandom Scott Snyder cut, and then they will announce the new head of collected editions. Oh, you're too kind. First order of business: DC versus Marvel, baby.
I would love if they came up with like a if this was like an in-person convention, they could totally have a panel where it was just like, and here's our strategic plan going forward. Because honestly, that's what I would like to see. I would like... Maybe
that's what part 2 will be.
I would really like to see a real strategic plan so people know what their plan is going forward with how they're getting this put together.
You're right, Roberto Rodriguez. Jessica's dropping those news bombs. We should ask her to join.
Jessica's the best. Jessica,
we should just ask her to join. Just come on over. Well, don't come over, but you know.
Yeah, don't come over.
I mean, if you do, wear a mask.
I'll see you outside.
Omar, did you know that there was a WB Collectibles? I did know that. I'm hoping we get I'm hoping for this announcement too. Man, I love your Berserk picture. But I'm hoping we get a Superman animated series Blu-ray box set in the second part too. I'm excited for that, or Justice League, like a box set of Justice League, or even some of those shows like Maddie was talking about, Static Shock. What was it? Legion of Superheroes that never really got finished in Blu-ray format or DVD format, or those Gotham City shorts that appeared. What were they? Webtoons.
Yeah, all the shorts are on the DC Universe app, so I hope that they're collected because I never knew about them until DC Universe, and they're good. They're all really good. Usually, they're kind of like scattered in all of the DC animated films DVDs, so I find them through there. But like, it would be nice to have a complete just collection of all the people to watch because everyone should watch the Dead Man one. It's so cute, and there's like a Black Lightning one, and then you have all the stylized like Batman in Shanghai. Like, there's so many good ones.
Yeah, it's been there's all these little hidden gems that came out during back in the day before the internet was a thing. Like there's all these little webtoons, and the only place I remember them being was in the collection of the Birds of Prey live action series. If you bought the DVD, they had the little tiny 5-minute clips shorts at the as extras.
I
always thought that was cool. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, the girl that played Huntress in that. Oh my god.
Yeah, when they show her in the multiverse of it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
And I was like, what? Yeah, so we're gonna have to play another event, either to, I don't know.
Static Shock came out in 2000. I was a grown ass man loving those cartoons. Was it 2000? Then yeah, that was another lifetime ago, man. If that was in 2000. Stephen Daniels, not my wife's friend from childhood, Stephen Daniels. We made this. We assumed it was her childhood friend that found our channel, but he assured us it was not. They just released Legion of Superhero. They did, like the complete series. Hot damn. Okay, I might have to find that because I like that show.
So I guess we should plan like a watch along or something for that one at least.
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. When is? Does anybody know when that part 2 is going to be?
September something.
Okay. Anywhere, this is from Rebel. by Design. Any word on the DC universe for international markets? Yeah, they never.
September 12th.
Okay, they never did plan that out. I don't know why. Uruguay, what's up, man? September 12th. Thank you, Stephen Daniels. Dude, I can't believe that Three Jokers is almost upon us, which I'm really excited for. It's probably my DC book I'm most excited for this year. And on top of that, we're getting a hardcover literally like a couple months from now because it's already been solicited. Are the cartoons on HBO Max? Some of them are. But I don't know if Batman isn't, Superman isn't, but some of the movies are. How about we get a DC Universe app? That never happened? They never put the app on the PS4?
No.
Holy crap, man. Holy crap. How do we feel about Flash Forward? The miniseries? I'm waiting to get the trade paperback, but it's got Wally West, and I have to read it because I need to find out what happens with my boy after all that stuff. The artist who drew Three Jokers is doing a signing in Ontario next week. Was it Jason Fabuk? Is that the guy that drew Three Jokers? I'm pretty sure it is. I just saw the cover.
Watch the one in September because I'm looking through the schedule right now. Some of it's about like TV shows. Some of it's about comics. Like there's gonna be a panel on Nubia, the Black Amazonian Queen. Oh, okay. So there's like a Blurred Bougie is doing a lot of panels like on Static Shock and stuff. That'll be cool.
Okay. That was the other thing.
Expansions of DC's Watchmen universe.
That's all we need.
Truth, Justice in the DC Comics way. So it looks like a lot of like, I'm sure they'll announce more, but a lot of, it feels like panels like you'd see at a con.
Okay. No Three Joker spoilers, please. You won't find any here, man. I don't like talking spoilers, and I try to leave it out. Three Jokers is out tomorrow. Okay. So Rebel by Design, yeah, there were no plans. They never had the plan to roll it out like worldwide, which sucks. So apparently Jason Fabok is a nice guy. I like his artwork a lot. He's the guy that took over, what was it, The Dark Knight for David Finch. He had a very David Finch's style of artwork. That was one thing not mentioned a lot, but I liked all the diversity in the panel.
I was really happy about that.
So that's where Jim Lee announced like there's going to be a black Batman. I think that's all he said. Now is that in the comics?
Again, I just hope that they
like it's a natural, like it's a genuine natural thing. It's not like a forced thing.
A lot of comic readers have been very supportive of like and like editorial been really supportive of black creators. However, a couple months ago, a lot of them were like, "Hey, come to me, let me look at your resume, like let me talk to you," or they like send out requests to people, right? And then never follow through with it again. So it's all. I just want to make sure. I hope that all this is not just performative, but it's done with the intention of continuing this, and not just like, oh, it's important for right now, right? So I'm just like, please. But I really did appreciate Jessica. I thought it was great.
Just a mention of someone else being Batman, no matter who it is, unless it's Dick Grayson, immediately boils the blood of us fans that have been following the. I mean, the idea. I mean, let's just go back to Nightfall of giving that to Jean-Paul Valley. Oh God, man, that pissed so many people off. So apparently, Black Batman would be a 4-issue miniseries from January. Okay. This would have been the Gen 5 Batman. Okay, so it's what's his name then? Duke Drake? Oh my gosh, what is his name?
Oh yeah, the
kid that appeared in Snyder's run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you got the Helsing Deluxe, man. It's a lot of fun. The artwork is solid. If you like vampire hunting, demon hunting, that is your book. They said it's Lucius Fox that's becoming Batman. Okay, that's different. Interesting. Or the son of Lucius Fox. That's who that is. That's what I thought about. Do you think they'll release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad? Well, you know what? After the Snyder cut of Justice League, right now, anything is possible. Anything is possible for a cut. Seems like fans, we speak up and people are listening. Luke Fox, thank you all. That's who it is. Not Duke. You are correct, Paul. I stand corrected. Man of Steel hardcover review. Soon, Omar? Yes, I'm a weak bitch. I'll buy that stupid hardcover. Yes, as soon as I get it, I will do an overview. I should be getting the Batman sometime soon. Omnibus 3.
All right, we're gonna have to cut it soon so I can go back
Yeah.
to work.
So, everybody, please don't forget to hit that like button. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for everybody that's watching live and chiming in. And if you didn't have the ability to watch this live, watching us later, leave comments below what you're excited. Okay, Maddie, what's the thing you're most excited about? One thing out of all this part 1 DC Fandom panel. One thing.
Oh gosh.
Come on, just one.
I'm kind of really excited for Suicide Squad, which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say. It's a mix between Suicide Squad and Black Adam, honestly.
There wasn't enough Black Adam for me, but Suicide Squad had enough for me to go, okay, I'm in. Shut up, Hayden.
Well, James Gunn, I mean, I think it'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
And Killer Shark. I'll do anything for Killer Shark now, but I love Killer Shark.
So I'm with you. So, yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you're most excited about. My Batman Reading Order Part 2 will be coming out this afternoon for those that have been asking. So
and
we're on
we'll be back
Patreon.
with a live show tomorrow at 8 with
Invisible Kingdom. Yep.
Which I already made the stuff for. Okay.
All right. Good deal. This is a Hot Rod shirt, Herminio Reyes. So thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out Patreon, Redbubble. All right, Maddie, sign us off.
You already said all the stuff, so yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for joining us. Wear a mask, please, wherever you go, and cover your nose. And stay safe. See you guys.
All right. Yeah, Sean Gunn ain't making it. Poor